Hare Krishna. So welcome everyone. I think we'll start in a
Hare
minute.
Krishna. Hare
So
Krishna.
very good morning, Hare Krishna. Thank you for your precious time and your appearance here for the class. So let us start with the invocation prayers with the blessings of the Lord.
Hare
For
Krishna,
the time being, you can
Prabhuji.
close your Hare Krishna, Lata Mataji. So we have a special guest here, Aarti Mataji. Welcome you here. She's from Lansarote and she's here for the first time. Hare Krishna. So in the meantime, you close your eyes. I'll recite few prayers to invoke the blessings of the Lord. And you meditate on Krishna. Because in order to understand the spiritual education or knowledge, we need the blessings of Krishna. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Just a minute. Hare Krishna. So could we revise and recapitulate something that we discussed last time? I hope many of you were there in the last class. Could somebody share anything that you remember from you can recollect from the last class, and we'll take it forward from now today. Anything that you remember, you can recollect. Something we discussed, just for revision of other members who are just here, who are here for the first time. So we have today about 15 members. Okay. Anybody would like to share something?
Sure,
So Gita Darnani, please.
Narayana.
Something,
Yes.
something that you can remember, you can recollect.
So in last Sunday we discussed basically the it's like you discuss the highlights of the summary of different chapters from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 2, Shlok 8, Arjuna was confessed. Chapter 2, Shlok 16 was rediscovered.
Is okay. I'll revise some everything. So, but just for recollection, something that you remember, the prominent thing. Any other? We have. Otherwise, I'll call upon you because there were devotees who were there in the last class. Anybody else? 1, 2, and last. Who else? Okay, maybe, and I need to revise myself.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. Anything that you
I think we decided, no, how many verses are there, how many chapters are there, and
No, we
what
discussed
are
something
the
beyond that. We discussed something beyond that also.
beyond that?
Let me revise
Okay.
it for you. Okay,
Yeah,
you
please.
keep yourself muted, all of you. Gita Mataji, keep yourself muted for the time being. Let me share my screen. Okay. So just to recapitulate everything that we discussed. So this is how we started off our class last time. So this Bhagavad Gita we are following, and this is written by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. And you can have this Bhagavad Gita on the Veda base online. I'll share the link to you on the WhatsApp group. So this is a Bhagavad Gita introduction. We have the Bhagavad Gita, which is spoken 5,000 years ago. And there are 700 verses, 18 chapters, 5 topics. Anybody remembers the 5 topics of Gita? The 5 main subject matters of Gita. Anybody? You can recall. Otherwise, I'll tell you now. Gita talks about what? Okay. You only remember verses, 18 chapter, 5,000 years old, the content itself. So Gita talks about 5 things. First is Gita talks about, or Krishna talks about God. That's called Ishvara. Second, Krishna talks about Jiva, the spirit soul or the soul which we are. And third things Krishna talks about. Keep yourself muted, Madhuri, everyone.
The signs of soul.
Signs of soul. Okay, yeah, correct.
How our
Who is
soul
this?
changes.
I can see you.
The time. It's
Who is this speaking now?
It's Gita Daryanani.
Okay. Keep yourself
Gita.
muted. Just I'll go with the flow and then finish everything. Keep yourself muted for the timing. So there are 5 topics: Ishvara, God. Second is signs of soul. Third thing, Krishna talks about time. Fourth thing, Krishna talks about Prakriti. Prakriti has 2 parts: internal nature. We have certain nature to do things in. Some people are passionate. Some people are in goodness. Some people are more lazy. So different nature Krishna talks about, and the external nature also, Prakriti. And last thing, Krishna talks about the karmas. Out of these 5 things, which is God, soul, Prakriti, time, and karmas, endeavors, efforts, whatever. 4 things cannot be changed. You cannot change God, you cannot change soul, you cannot change Prakriti, you cannot change time. The only thing you can make change with, is your karmas. So this is how the Gita is about. And there are 3 yogas been discussed. Karam yoga, which means how to live in this world. And Krishna talks about bhakti yoga, which is how to love. And Krishna talks about different love: physical love, emotional love, and spiritual love. And the third is jnana yoga, that is how to let go. So basically in Gita, Krishna is talking about how to live, how to love, and how to let go. Don't take things so seriously. Sometimes you have to let it go. Don't take every action so seriously. And everything is spoken just for one single goal, that is to give you a goal and purpose of life, the meaning of your life, to make you think. So this is all Gita all about. If you want a new idea, read an old book. So we discuss a few verses from the Gita, and this is the chapter title. First chapter is about here, redefining success. Then the second chapter is about rediscovering identity. Third to fifth chapter is about repositioning your lifestyle, how to integrate your material and spiritual duties together. That's about the third to fifth chapters, the 18 chapters. So sixth chapter is about remolding the mind and then reawakening the divine love, where Krishna talks about how to love, spiritual love. That's chapter 7 to 9. And chapter 10 to 12 is about, let me see, chapter 13 to 17 is again reconfiguring your energy. So there are different modes, energy around us. So how to readjust yourself. And then last chapter, 18th chapter, Krishna talks about how to re-enter into life after equipping yourself with all these things. Okay. So this is kind of a summary. Hopefully we'll not take this session for 18 weeks. We'll cut short the session for about 7 or 8 weeks. So in this coming session onwards, we'll be taking kind of a summaries of the Bhagavad Gita, the essential topics and themes, and that thematic presentation. So real self-development and spiritual development go hand in hand. So if you want your self-development, you must want your spiritual development. Now let me go with the topic today. Anything so far to discuss? Something from your side? Something you could not understand? Or right? Well, I think, let me see. Okay. Before I take this topic, let me just go with the one exercise for you. We'll cover today the second chapter of the Bhagavad Gita and discovering your real identity. Today is going to be one of the main topic, the foundational thing that Krishna talks about. There was one problem. Arjuna was confused and he didn't want to fight the battle. He didn't see any point fighting a battle and gaining the kingdom. So he thought, better I should give it up. And Krishna was smiling. Why Krishna was smiling? Because he could see Arjuna is a very competent person. He had been a winner all the time. He had all credentials. But at this point, he's confused about his duties, whether to fight, gain the kingdom, or give up the wealth or the entire empire. So The first thing Krishna talks about in the Bhagavad Gita, that's the first instruction, how the Gita start with. First, Krishna chastises when Arjuna accepts Krishna as his spiritual master. After chastisement, Krishna starts speaking, the second chapter and onwards. So in order to come to that instruction, I would like you to close your eyes. So because we're going to have some meditation exercise here for a minute or two to bring you to this point of instruction. You sit very erect, wherever you're sitting. Sit erect, close your eyes, take 2-3 deep breathing, and relax yourself. Wherever you are, whether your video on, video off, whatever your surrounding is, just keep yourself relaxed. Relax yourself and just meditate on the thing that I'll tell you now. So now, imagine yourself, you are sitting in this Zoom class. Today is 11th of January, and the time is about 12:10. This is in Madrid. And you are hearing about Bhagavad Gita. Let me take you to a journey that you are just born into this world. Just meditate. You are born into this world. Everyone is celebrating that you are born into this world. Your parents, your relatives, they're happy about you, that you are into this world now. Now imagine yourself, you're 5 years old, boy, girl, and you just know nothing, just playing with your toys, and this is your world, is playing with the toys. Now imagine yourself, you're 10 years old, and you now go to school, you have some pressure, you do studies, you go to tuitions, you go coaching, and this is your life, going to school, playing. Now imagine yourself, you're 20 years old, now you have responsibilities, you want your career, your future, your family in future. So this is coming up now in your life. And now imagine yourself, now you're 40. You have your family, you have your children, they are grown up a little bit. Now you feel the responsibility at this point of time for them. You feel more stressed. Now it's not just about your life, there are other people connected to you. They're part of your life. Now imagine yourself, you're 60 years old, and now most of the duties have been done. Your children are settled. Now you feel a little alone because kind of active role you were playing earlier is not there now. Everyone is happy and busy in their own life. And you have some disease as well. As the old age comes the disease or sickness. Now imagine yourself, you're 80 years old and you're so sick. So one final day, it was a day when you were taken to the hospital and doctor reads your palms or your pulses. And he says, this person doesn't have much time. Any moment, this person can leave the body. And so you now start preparing, he says to your relatives. Everyone is crying, and soon after it is seen, evident, and you're observing, you leave the body, and everyone is preparing for the final cremation. And soon after you see the body is according to your tradition, is cremated. Everything is being observed by you. Just observe in your life what happened when you were a child, you were born into this world, until when you leave the body. Just observe all the events that happened. One even after another, something that you can memorize at different stages. And at the last, again open your eyes. Today is 11th of January, 2026. And slowly and gradually you can open your eyes now. And the time is about 12:10 again, 12:12. Madrid time. So, how was your life? What do you say? What do you say about your life? Or rather, what did you observe in your life? What did you observe? What the life is all about? What was going on? Zoom's user, we don't know your name, but you can speak, yeah? You can raise your hands digitally. Yes.
Yeah, we kind of notice that the body is continuously changing and it's kind of depreciating. No, it's not as strong as it was towards the very beginning, and towards the end, it's completely going to demolish. So it's going to get to an end.
Okay, good. One understanding. What did you more understand? Observe, as an observer. Lavina. Oh, peace.
That nothing remains the same. Every stage we change, we grow, and then it keeps on changing. It's not permanent.
The things are changing. Change is a constant word in this world. Okay. Something as an observer. Something you could more observe. Anybody else? Any one reflection? As an observer.
Everything
Yes.
except our soul. That was
Could you
changed.
say again? Your voice was breaking. Could you say again?
Everything was changing except our inner core soul.
Okay. I'll give you one logic here. The same logic which Krishna gives in the Bhagavad Gita. This is how Krishna starts the message of Gita. And this is one of the foundational principles of Gita. Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad means God, Gita means song. So the meaning of the word Bhagavad Gita is songs of the Lord. When Krishna speaks, he doesn't speak, he sings. So literally, the Sanskrit is like this. It is poetic. It is as if singing. So how does Krishna start his Gita? He says, in this life you will observe. You were born into this world. Once you had a 5-year-old body. You can remember the bodies. You can have that memories in your mind when you were 5 years old. Some of the memories. The body is no longer there, but you are there, right? So once you had a 10-year-old body, the body is no longer there, but you are there. Similarly, like 20-year-old body, you can have your memories of 20 years old, 40 years old. That body is no longer there, but you are there, right? So what is happening in life? You are changing your bodies, right? You had a body of a girl or boy or a youth and an old age. The body is no longer there, but you are there. Now, according to medical science, any medical student here? The body is made up of cells, right? The medical science says after every 7 years, all the cells in your body, they're changed. What does it mean? After every 7 years, you have a completely new body. It so happened we see a person after a long time, it's hard to recognize, by his appearance because the body is changing. So this is how Krishna starts, who we are, what is our authentic self, what kind of facade or the mask or the garb we are wearing off. Are we this body or something else? This is how the Gita is starting. The first thing, who you are. It is said the most difficult thing in this world to know oneself. And this is how Krishna is starting with, to give you definition, who you are, what do you think you are, what is your... People talk about validating things, authentic self. So this is how Krishna starts with the authentic self, who you are actually. First thing Krishna says, this is the verse from the Gita. Let me see. Just a minute. Yeah. Can somebody recite the Sanskrit verse? Anybody knows? If Aarti Madhuri, would you give a try with this verse?
I would like to try. Which one?
This is on the screen now.
Okay.
It's okay if you cannot. It'll be quick. Okay, let me recite for you. Dehinosmin yatha dehe komaram yovanam jara tatha dehantar prapte dhiras tatra namuyati. Now you can read the translation. Anybody could read the translation? Anybody of you?
The slides are not visible.
I think it's your presentation here on screen.
Oh, that's how. You must tell me, Sorry.
I
I'm
told
not
you.
sharing. Oh, sorry, I forgot. So Aarti Madhu, you can read the translation then. So I didn't share the screen, so now it is visible. It is visible now. I'll recite the words again for you. Mataji, you can recite this verse. I hope you can see visibly now. Just a minute. Let me make it. Yeah.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. Tehi no tehi kaumaram yovanam jara tatha dehan parat prapti dhira punah muyati.
Can you read the translation? Just this. Yeah.
As its soul consciously passes in this body from boyhood to youthhood to age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not belittled by each such a change.
Okay. Let me make it smaller. Now you see this. Yeah, this is the logic where Krishna starts Gita with. As an embodied soul, Krishna is saying we are this soul, we are not this body, this is our true self, and it's passing in this body from different stages. One of the stages, boyhood or girl, whatever, is to youth and to old age. The soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person, a wise, a person in knowledge, is not bewildered, is not confused, is not illusioned by such a change. So first thing Krishna talks about who we are is, we are not this body, we are soul. Can you see this slide now? Presentation, session 1?
Yes.
Okay, good. So this is how we take the session forward, who we are. So we are soul. We are not this body. Because the body is changing, we are soul. Now, one of the scientists, he made this calculation. He calculated all the chemicals that we have in the body. The body has chemicals, 70% of the body is water. And he calculated the cost of all the chemicals. So he calculated we have calcium, potassium, sodium, magnesium, whatever. And he came to this conclusion, the cost of all the chemicals that we have in the body, which the body is made up of, is 110 rupees. This is 10 years ago, but maybe 500 rupees now. You can have one pizza. 5 euros in your calculation. Is the body just worth 5 euros or something else? So this is a sober person is not bewildered by such a change. So we have different stages in the same body. We have a body of 10 years old, 5 years old, 20 years old, 30, 40, 50, 60. And when the body is no longer able to function, a new body is given. That's the law of the nature. Na jayate mete va kadachin nayam bhutva bhavitanaya bhuya ajo nityam shashvatayam purano na hanyate hanyamane sharire. What does Krishna says? For the soul, there is neither birth nor death at any time. Second verse of our second chapter, verse number 20th, Bhagavad Gita. Science of soul. Now, the body is a matter, soul is a spirit. Body has no consciousness, but we have consciousness. We feel pain, pleasure, we wish, we desire, we have thinking, we are willing. So many things are there because of being consciousness. So this consciousness is a proof that we are soul. The body is dead matter always. Changes. Body changes, but the soul doesn't change. Body is temporary. The soul is eternal, permanent. The soul will carry on. There's a misconception. People say, okay, we are spiritual, we are human beings, but having spiritual experience. It's a vice versa. Krishna says it is not true. We are spiritual being, but having humanly experience. The body is dead, the soul will alive. So who we are spiritual being and having which experience?
Humanly experience.
Humanly experience. We are spiritual being. The people think vice versa. Going to Sunday class half an hour is we are being spiritual. Visiting temple, we are being spiritual. Rather, we are spiritual being and having human experience in this body. Because body changes. Sometimes you have human body and different species of life are there. So you're not the body that you see in the mirror. You are the soul. So this is one of the shaking things, who we are. So just like this body is compared to car and the driver is the soul. Now the same example, this old lady. She had a parrot. Every day she was polishing the cage with the golden polish. And soon after she saw the parrot died because she was not feeding anything to the parrot. So this is if you understand this principle in your life, nothing can shake you. Nothing can disturb you. Nothing can irritate, agitate you in your life. It's a very simple principle. Once you know that you are this body, you're not this body, you're soul, how you're supposed to operate in this world. So the cage, golden cage, is compared to the body, and the parrot inside is compared to the soul. So long, I mean, this is aspiration of the people. They decorate their body, they take care of the body, they nourish the body, they feed the body, but they forget to nourish the soul. Soul never dies. I mean, this is a figurative, imaginative figure. Soul never dies. But the point is, if you do not take care of the soul inside, not the soul or you inside, just take care of the body, what will happen? The soul will exhibit or demonstrate or will give us that sign in terms of frustration, agitation, anger. People complain, we can't control our anger because you're not feeding your soul, the feeding yourself. You're just taking care of your body. So once I went to one doctor. So I had some ailments or some sickness. So I asked the doctor, what should I take? What food should I take and what food should I avoid? He gave me a simple principle. Just listen to your body. Something that suits your body, you take it. Something it doesn't suit you, you avoid it. Simpler. So the principle is listen to your body. Here, listen to your soul. If you're feeling frustration, anxiety, fed up things in your life, then it's a sign that soul is not nourished. So just like there's a demand and need for the body, because the body is there, we have to take care of the body. We feel hunger, thirsty, so forth. We need to take care of the body. The body is there, but along with the body, we are spirit, soul. Soul has to be taken care. We'll discuss in future classes how the soul need to be taken care. But initially, this is the logic. Now we'll talk about in next 3-4 minutes about the proof of the existence of spirit soul. It's a common logic, common sense. First proof. We say somebody has passed away. Who has passed away? The body is still lying there. All the chemicals in the body is still lying there. All the matter which is in the body is still lying there. Who has passed away? Actually, the soul has passed away from the body. Otherwise, the body is still there, but why is it not active? Why they're not emotions? Because the soul is not there. So all the emotions, activeness in the body is there because of the soul. Just like you see a movie, there's a camera also which projecting the movie. Camera doesn't feel anything because it's a dead matter, but we are living being. We feel, we are aware, thinking, we have different emotions when we watch a movie. So we have consciousness because of presence of soul. Now, one more thing I'll say. It's a very common logic. We say, my house, my children, my jacket, my clothes, my wardrobe, my almirah, whatever, my phone. When anything is mine or something is your my, what does it mean? You're different. You possess that thing. We say my body, my hand, my hairs, my eyes, my feet. What does it mean? You're not this body. You don't say I body. Same, a very normal language that we used in a day-to-day language, but we don't realize it. We don't say my body, I body or whatever. Now there are some research. I can show probably a gist of it. In scientific field, there are research of NDE and OBE, near-death experiences and out-of-body experiences. So there are scientific proven data, statistics that the people are having out-of-body experiences. When they meet with some deadly accident, they can see the doctors are operating and they can see everything from above. So there are many books on this. And there are many books on reincarnation, out-of-body experience, near-death experience. And there's one scientist, Ian Stevenson. He has studied over 3,000 cases of spontaneous reincarnation, where people can recall the memories of previous life, and they were checked they were tested, and they were all proven, came out true. how can a 5-year-old boy can remember everything of his previous life? And he mentions in his studies phobias. We have phobias, hydrophobia, acmephobia, different phobias. They are related to the mode of death of the person whose life is being remembered. And he says, for example, if the life ended in shooting, there would be a phobia of firearms and so on. So in his case studies, the twins have different nature. So two different souls reincarnate in two different bodies by splitting of a single egg, the same genetic material, but they have a striking contrast in temperament because of their two souls in different body. The splitting of egg is single. I think this is one famous story which came in the news channel also. I don't know, I can show you the video now. I can send you the video on the WhatsApp group. But this is a boy who's 3 years old boy. He could remember, and he could draw. 3 or 4 years old boy. He could draw the fighting. He was an air pilot, and he was crashed in, I think, in Vietnam War. He was American fighter, and he could remember everything about the airplanes, every nitty gritty, everything about them, and he could draw papers, the strategic location, how to fight, how to take action, and how to drive even the airplane. So I'll share that video to you because there's not enough time for you to see the video. And this is a classic story which came in Times of India, which is a very famous newspaper. The case of Shukla, she could remember, she was a 5-year-old girl. She could remember everything of previous lifetime. And some of the scientists, famous one, they all believe in the presence of soul. Socrates, I'm confident that there truly is such a thing as living again and the living spring from the dead. Okay, let me just wind it up for you. So today we discussed about short while. Just a minute. About the first instruction of Bhagavad Gita, which is we are not this body, we are soul. We discussed about the common logic, my body, I bodies. He has passed away, and D experience, near-death experience, OB experience. I'll share that video to you also. Some studied cases of reincarnation as well. A person is being born again. And we discussed about the need for the body, need for the soul. We started with the narrative for that meditation exercise. And this is how the Gita is flowing. First, establishing, before you understand God, understand yourself. So God realization and self-realization go hand in hand together. To the degree you understand yourself, to the degree you understand God. So self-realization and God realization go hand in hand together. So this is how Krishna first established who you are. Then you understand how you are connected to God, the soul and the super soul. So in the future classes, we'll take it in continuation, and sequential presentation will be there, following up what we just ended now. Any question, any comments so far? Anything you need to ask? Anything is there, or?
I have a question.
Yes, please.
You were saying something about the eye. That means
Sorry.
I don't see, my body sees, I don't see.
Could you repeat your voice was buffering between, I couldn't, could you say again?
Yeah. Can you listen to me now? Okay. So I meant the part where you spoke, and now also you mentioned in the summary of the session, the difference between the eye and my body.
Okay.
Can you please develop a bit more on that?
No, we don't say eye body. Normally what we say, this is my hand, this is my eyes, right? Anything is your mind. What does it mean? You possess that thing. You're different from the thing, right? So when we say my body, my hand, it means you possess your hand, you possess your legs, you possess your eyes, but you're not the eyes. A very crude example. There are people who are without hands, still they are alive, right? It means at least you're not this hand. There are people who are without feet, they're still alive. There are people without the eyes, they're still alive. The people they don't have any brain, they're still alive. So at least you're not this hand, eyes. The people who are deaf, still they're alive. So yeah, so at least you're not this part of the bodies. You're not this body. Very crude example. Okay, NR?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, we'll meet again the same time, and hopefully one announcement for you. We are going to start the Sindhi classes as well. If there is someone who wants a Gita, same message in Sindhi. So we'll have the Sindhi audience, Sindhi classes. The language will be Sindhi. So next week we are hopefully we are starting the mandate time in 11 o'clock, 1 hour before this class. So any person related to you can join the Sindhi classes. We'll put up the posters and the Google link for registration. And hopefully we'll cover everything in 7-8 classes. We'll not take that course very longer for 18 weeks because we thought we can just touch upon the summaries of Gita. So, and obviously thereafter we'll have some continuation program. So first we'll touch upon the main topics and the 5 contents of Gita, and then we'll take it forward. Okay. Wish you all the best in your life. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Is the recording
Hare
going to be
Krishna.
available?
I think there'll be a recording of the same. We'll share the recording in the WhatsApp, right? Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.